everyone, we're back in season 2 of the Healthcare Hustle. It's just me today. I'm talking with my indoor voice because we're back in the office. Some more of the videos this season have been on site, which is, I would say, 25–40% of my job, but a lot of it happens right here in front of the computer. There's a lot of stuff that goes on between getting design approval from the client and then making sure that that original intent comes all the way through with all of the coordination you have to do with all of the different consultants that you have, all of the different reps that you work with. So I do spend a lot of time here just as much as I spend on site. You want to make sure that you have as much stuff coordinated in the beginning so that when you do get to that point when you're on site, things kind of just fall into place and you can really work together as a team to make sure that everything comes together. The more legwork you do up front, the easier it is when you get on site. So we're going to jump in and we're going to show you some of the coordination stuff that I go through with some of the mechanical engineers, electrical engineers, and maybe we'll even take a look at a site plan or a schematic design plan and see how we presented to a client and got their approval before we jumped into any of that big coordination stuff. So let's get into it.
During the MEP and architectural review process, it's always important to be open-minded. An incredibly collaborative process, these black and white drawings can be a lot more complex than they might seem to be. Today, we're reviewing a set of drawings that we just got back from our MEP partners on this pediatric outpatient facility. The seemingly endless back and forth ensures that form and function are always weighed equally. Each round of revisions gives each side the opportunity to catch small mistakes that could gravely impact the overall success of a design for our clients. Something as small as the placement of a refrigerator, for instance, could impact the quality of which caregivers are able to provide life-saving care. Here, the mechanical, electrical, and plumbing engineer has called out a few places in which they have questions about uninterrupted power supply, which provides necessary backups to key points in the facility in case of a grid power loss. As a project coordinator, I'm taking this feedback, matching it up with our design schedule to ensure that every piece of the client's power-sensitive equipment is not only in the right spot, but can be attached to the battery backup as needed, ensuring that areas in which they're contained remain aesthetically pleasing, highly functional, and most importantly, safe. This collaborative coordination process takes place long before ground is ever broken on a project, developing a successful foundation for which the entire construction process can stand on. It helps answer questions before they're asked and helps to minimize the need for change orders and other costly in-the-field decisions once construction begins. Of course, there's always going to be some unforeseen circumstances and challenges that arise once walls and ceilings are broken into, but the work that we do here helps to ensure the successful planning of a design and construction process to reduce the budgetary and timeline impacts that these conditions can bring.
So that's just a little bit of my day-to-day. I mean, what I've shown you now is basically just 1 or 2 emails or phone calls that I'll get. This goes on and on, especially during construction when the questions really start flying. But like I said before, the more legwork you do now, the better it is later. So keep pace with our videos on LinkedIn and Facebook and Instagram and follow us along. And we're always here to help you. Ask us questions. Tell us what kind of content you want to see. Nice talking to you all.